Hey there, it's Waste Potential 616 back again with another video. I took my last video down because, well, had to be quiet and stuff, and you couldn't really hear me, and yeah, just thought I'd do a better one. So I'm gonna do some of those comics again and a few more. In fact, it's going to be an Xmen related video, so I've got quite a few comments to get through, so just look at the time. So I'm going to try and be quick-ish. Uncanny Xforce, issue 1. This is a really good first issue. I wasn't sure this was going to be as good as the last incarnation of Xforce, but this seems to be a lot of fun. Well, it is a lot of fun. Of course, the first issue, you know, is this series going to maintain this high quality? But hey, let's talk about just this issue. Remender, he writes it very well. The thing is with this, it's a really good team dynamic here. There's lots of interesting characters. We've got Deadpool, we've got Archangel, we've got Wolverine written well, Psylocke and Phantom X, and all really cool characters. It's a nice small group. You know, sometimes the X-Men suffers from having too many characters in. This is nice, condensed, and you know, Deadpool's written really well in it as well. He's acting like himself, and you know, throwing Deadpool into a team, you'd think maybe you'd have to adapt his character a little bit to survive in a team, but no, they've kept him true to form. They're making Archangel a bit more interesting, showing his sort of dual personalities more. Also, the fact that Psylocke is like helping with that sort of adds to the fact why she's in the group. Also, the fact she does have a bit of a murderous side, you know, with the whole ninja thing. So all the characters are written really well, and they all get nice equal time, and then they mesh quite well. And this has a really good premise as well. So they have another reason to come together, and that's, well, I think everyone knows already. It's the return of Apocalypse, or this group's trying to resurrect him. And so yeah, this team's come together to get him. It's written well. The artwork's nice. Opera, I'm not sure how to pronounce the name. But yeah, it's just a really good first issue. And hey, you know, any comic book where Wolverine's written well, I like it. But as I say, all the characters have a nice bit of time. It all kind of makes sense. It all flows nicely, and it has a hell of a lot of potential. So yeah, pick this up. Right, New Mutants issue 17. Zeb Wells is doing a really good job here. I'm really glad I started picking this up over the whole Messiah conflict, Second Coming storyline. There's really nice characterization here with the New Mutants themselves. But this issue really starting to get this storyline underway. It involves it's a little bit complicated. You need to know a little bit of X-Men history, or New Mutants history for that matter. Basically, Limbo's involved, which is tied to Ilana Rasputin, or Ilyana, aka the Dark Child. Basically, there was this military force, and they were left in limbo for years by the government. Their sort of purpose was to sort of go after mutants. They've been corrupted by Limbo. They've got this group of mutants that they're kind of experimenting on, working for them as well, and which is kind of cool because now there's like this new group of mutants, no pun intended. It's kind of like you know, a dark parallel to the New Mutants themselves. It kind of you know, it has the potential. This group has the potential to be this incarnation of the New Mutants, Hellions, which are kind of like a bad version of the New Mutants, if you know what I mean. But yeah, it all flows really nicely. You know, as I said, there's some nice characterization. It really feels the New Mutants feel like a family rather than a team. If you know what I mean. It has that kind of sense that the Teen Titans used to have when it was written really well. Not that I'm saying it's written badly now, but I don't read it anymore. But yeah, and there's some cool stuff with Darkchild, and there's a confrontation with this new group of mutants, and yeah, things are getting interesting. This is its own book, you know, much like Xfactor, which I'm going to talk about. You know, it's nice that these Xmen satellite books have their own identity, and this really does. If you're ever a fan of the New Mutants or sort of early incarnations of Xforce, I think this is really worth picking up. Okay, Xfactor. You know, what can I say about Xfactor issue 209? What can I say about this? Peter David's doing a really good job. If you're not a fan of Peter David's work, you're not going to like this. It's very Peter David. Big emphasis on the characters, their interaction. It was very much like a soap opera. You know, sort of these cool kind of goofy, maybe goofy's the wrong word, but eccentric characters sort of thrown together and put into these sort of weird situations, or sometimes put into normal situations where weird stuff happens. They're in Vegas at the moment. There's some funny stuff with Shatterstar, where he kind of thinks, you know, people dressed up as pirates are actually real pirates. You know, there's sort of a lot of comedy value in them being in Vegas, and it's used very well. On the flip side of that, we've got the return of Wolfbane, Rain Sinclair, and a bit of seriousness. You know, she's pregnant, and she's kind of suggesting that Richter's the father. We can all not kind of know he isn't, and also he's bisexual, has a relationship with Shatterstar, which complicates things further. So with a little bit of seriousness, a little bit of soap opera-ness, but the rest of it's a lot of fun, and there's just a real nice balance of, you know, serious kind of soap opera-ish stuff, and, you know, there's some funny action, comedic stuff. You know, it's a nice balance and just a lot of cool character development. The story's getting underway. They're kind of going after Hela, and yeah, we've got some cool zombie Vikings that get involved. So this is really good. I'll talk about the next 3 X books in my next video. Okay, see you later, guys. Bye.